Everybody, it's your boy JD, and thank you for viewing Coast to Coast Gamers on my YouTube channel and John EM Sims 1 on my. Did I say that backwards? Coast to Coast Gamers on my YouTube channel and John EM Sims 1 on my Twitch channel. I think I said that's whatever. Anyways, sorry I haven't posted anything in a while. I tried to post something, NBA Live game when I played the Jazz versus the Mavericks. But my Elgato capture card, it worked when it wanted to. The video would work just fine. It was just the audio didn't want to work. Everything just come out straight mute. So I went ahead and purchased a new capture card, an Aviar Media 2. So far the thing's working pretty good. I like it. It's user friendly. Still trying to work the tweaks on how to do the chat and everything. But I'll run into that bridge when I run across it. So about to play, as you can see, I beat the stew out of the Dallas Mavericks. Now I'm about to play the Minnesota Timberwolves. So let's go ahead and get to the Jazz versus the Timberwolves. And no, I'm not doing a commentary, but you can still hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Let's get to the game.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're underway. The Jazz control the tap. Blocked by Butler.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
It's Minnesota basketball. Knocked loose. Jazz pick it up. Favors to Joe Ingles. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Joe Ingles to Favors. It's no good. Defender did just enough to force the tough shot.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
And a whistle.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Wiggins. Inside, he scores.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Julio cannot take it inside.
Joe Ingles. Not a good pass there. T-Wolves have it. T with it up top. 2-point advantage to Butler. Can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively. This is going to be a dogfight.
Here comes the screen. Rubio. Mitchell gets it to go. Didn't have many choices there. Lets it fly.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Minnesota with the basketball. T. Favors to Joe Ingles. Curling inside. Oh, that's rejected by Towns.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot. Almost. And he's not getting the call.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. Utah with the possession. leads to that. Nice pump fake.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Butler to Teague. Nothing going here on that drive. Teague to Wiggins. Oh, whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
Wiggins. Terrific vision. It's a big finish.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
The assist from number 20.
Here's Exum. Down 2. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
T-Wolves at the controls going up the floor. And that's rejected by Gobert, the stifle tower.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. To Gobert. Oh, he had him there for a second.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way.
The screen sets him up for 2. Teague with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Butler. And the rebound taken down by the Jazz. Mitchell with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Gobert. The pass set it all up.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play in him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
T-Wolves with the basketball. Butler to Taj Gibson. Teague to Butler. The shot blocked by Favors. Teague.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Defense swarmed Teague. Missed the 3. Scores from the post.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Butler to bring it up. The score 12-8. Taj Gibson to Towns. Nice finish at the rim. Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll make sure they're aligned here in a 2-point ball game.
You considered a luxury box for your next group event. Availability is limited, so you must act now. Visit our team website for more details.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Utah.
Down low for Udo. Not that time.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
Fires the 3. Offensive board. Missed that one. His coach cannot be a happy camper. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Butler. Oh, Gobert sends him packing.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
To Allen. And the rebound taken by the Wolves. Rose into the front court. It's 12-10. Butler, smart tactics. Moves in for the higher percentage shot.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
From the painted area, won't go down. The follow won't go either.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you in the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Rocking the rim.
And every time I think about Andrew Wiggins, I wonder, can that beast mentality be taught? Or is that something that's innately in you? That's always going to be the question looming around Wiggins.
A lot of contact, no whistle. Butler into the front court. It's 14-12. And finishes strong.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
The screen.
To Allen. Off the mark. Not a high percentage shot.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilize it a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Jazz have the ball. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Second effort, and a putback slam. That'll do it for the first quarter. It's the Timberwolves in front. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Teacher of the Year. The winner will receive courtside seats and a halftime presentation in his or her honor. Nominations can be submitted on our team website.
Runner's good there.
Every once in a while, a player comes into the league without a lot of hype, but starts showing and, more importantly, proving himself every single night. Spider Mitchell is one of those type of generational players, and what's crazy to even think that a year ago, he almost decided to skip the NBA draft to becoming not one of the best players on his team, but one of the greatest players in the league itself. And how about this for a fact that will throw your mind? He finished his rookie season with a far better PER, that's a player efficiency rating, than other rookies, these rookies when they come into the league. That's John Stockton and Karl Malone. That says something.
It's Minnesota basketball to Wiggins. Oh, Gobert sends him packing. And it's turned away by Gobert.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Mitchell with it up top. The deficit now up to 5. And count the basket.
D. Favors may never become the star that some of us expected him to be for a guy taking 3rd overall in the 2010 NBA draft. But what he has done is build himself a very solid NBA career by being a strong, low-post presence.
Gobert. Defender was right there. He has to know better.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Utah's got it.
Hold on. 1 minute in the third quarter.
Nice pass to get things going.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
To Butler. Curling inside. A drive by Butler, but his shot won't fall.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
The assist from number 99.
Rose into the front court. His team up by 1. Rose to Butler. Driving right to the basket. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
Butler. The shot by Butler. No. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. It's the Timberwolves in front. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. It's Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Stuffs it down with authority.
This is why I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Gibson to Rose. Just not going down.
You know, as a shooter, you recognize that was good defense, but that's more on you than it is the defense. Challenge yourself to get the ball back and continue to be aggressive.
Rose into the front court. His guys now down by a point. Rubio to Gobert. Oh, had him going there for a second. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Easy layup.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Rose into the front court. His guys down 3. Butler to Gibson. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the three-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Down low for Gobert. And it's rejected by Jang. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Minnesota with the basketball to Taj Gibson. Butler to Towns. And stuffs it home.
In an era where big centers often get devalued, Karl-Anthony Towns is a true foundational player. He can function as a traditional center, but also can show you quick moves around the perimeter and knock down that three-point shot from deep.
Rubio, not that time. He missed it to Joe Ingles. Rubio. Oh, he had him there for a second. Goes to the right side. Driving's Rubio, but he can't get it to fall.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
That no good, off the mark. To T. And that's rejected by Gobert, the stifle tower.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Inside, he scores.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Timberwolves at the controls going up the floor. Butler to Rose. Gets it to go, and the foul.
So many times we get on a defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Count it. Old-fashioned three-point play. Grayson Allen. Curling inside. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Teague with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Butler knocked loose. Jazz have it. Joe Ingles. Off the assist.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. They get it down for Towns. Just off the mark.
but you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Teague. He buries it off the step back.
Ed, I'm telling you right now, that is the move of an assassin.
Utah ball. Grayson Allen to Gobert. To Joe Ingles. Going to launch beyond the arc. Ingles taking the momentum of the 2018 playoffs into that three.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
Towns. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often. Teague with it up top. The margin standing now at 7. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Free throw is good to finish off the three-point play. That slices the lead down to 4. Utah with the possession. Rubio to Joe Ingles.
Let's go. Y'all know what time it is.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Favors. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often. Teague with the basketball. The deficit is 6. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler to Towns. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ballgame.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
The true measure of Rudy Gobert comes on the defensive end. He was all-NBA defensive first team and was tied for the lowest opponent field goal percentage at 43%. You ain't getting by that.
Jazz have the ball. Rubio. To Joe Ingles. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Rubio into the front court. Leads just a point. Rubio to Joe Ingles. Won't go. He can do better than that.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason, but let's not get carried away.
Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Butler, good for 3. Now whistle and a timeout for Utah. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Into the game for the Timberwolves, number 67, Taj Gibson.
Stuffs it down with authority. Whoa, that was like an express train. No local stops.
It's like you walking into the tunnel getting ready before this game. I saw you. You were locked in. You had the horse blinders on. You were myopic. Nobody was stopping you. You were focused.
Jay, there's a level we have to reach, game in and game out. Gamers know what it's about. For the win. Working hard on the glass. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. All right, here we go. Overtime underway. To Rubio. To Gobert. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Taj Gibson to Wiggins. To Butler. Goes to the left side. T. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. It's Jazz ball. Rubio. Here comes the screen. Fires the three. And the rebound for Towns. Teague with it up top. Down 2. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there.
Here's a message to the defender. I know you're here physically, but I have zero clue where you are mentally. You have to contest a shot. That's what defense means.
It's no good. If he takes those shots, he'll be back on the bench in no time.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To Teague. To Butler. And it's turned away by Gobert.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
T-Wolves with the basketball. Butler to Towns. Scores from the post. Mitchell with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Whoa! What a finish! Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
Parents in the crowd, have you considered enrolling your son or daughter in one of our summer basketball camps? Space is limited, so you must act soon. Visit our team website.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Jazz pick it up. Mitchell. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in. The Timberwolves have the basketball. Jimmy Butler for 2. Butler with a shot, no good. Joe Ingles. Mitchell. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
And draws the contact. So, Rudy Gobert going to the line for 2 shots.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Timberwolves have the basketball. Butler to Gibson. Butler to Teague. To Towns. Down low. Slams it down.
Right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Here's Rubio into the front court. Up by 6 to Joe Ingles. Rubio to Joe Ingles. Curling inside. And scores. Strong take.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Teague with the basketball. Margins 8. Teague. Here's the step back.
Did you see the distance between him and the defender? You could pretty much put a department store between the two.
Prices coming down. He gets it. Now whistle, as Minnesota's going to take the timeout. But this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence.
Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office.
Wiggins. Gibson to Teague. Here's a chance from long range. Defense swarmed Teague. Missed the 3. Whistle blown. In the eyes of the ref, intentional. And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Minnesota at the controls. Has a look. And a putback slam.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
Wait on.
4-3. Rare miss the way he's been shooting. Shot's no good. Oh, big finish at the rim. It's the Jazz who come away with the victory as they win it in overtime. For Jay Williams and all our
pulled it
crew,
off. Looked
I'm
kind
Ed
of
Cohen
shaky
saying so
at the
long for
beginning of
now.
the game.
This has been a
Minnesota was taking it to
presentation
us, and
of the
then
NBA on
finally got our act
EA
together, played
Sports.
some defense, and able to stop them except for Towns. But did well. We won. So I hope you guys enjoyed that.
everyone.
Don't forget to hit
It's
that
Jalen
like
Rose,
button.
and it's time for the
And
EA
don't forget to
Sports
subscribe if you're
post-game
new to the
wrap-up.
channel. So you guys take care. I'll put up
The
I
Jazz
think this is
clock
a
some
game
overtime
8.
for today's win.
No, I think this is
Teams
game
showed their
7.
heart in the
So
extra
I'll put up a
minutes,
game 8
and it was clearly on
real
display
soon,
in this
probably
matchup.
tomorrow.
What a
everything
great
goes well.
game.
So you
It
guys
was
take care,
definitely a thriller.
and I'll
Check
check
out
y'all
the leading scores
later.
for
Peace.
the Utah Jazz